Hey, welcome back. It's day 4 of the Barre Chords series. I'm so glad you joined me. How is it going so far? Are you guys finding yourself to get more confident in these bar chords, or are you still struggling a little bit? Let me know. Share your experience. I love hearing from you guys. In today's lesson, we're going to take a look at using an F shape to convert that to a bar chord. I'm going to show you how to move it around the neck, and then we're going to go as far as kind of incorporating some of the bar chords we've already learned into today's lesson. So get tuned up, let's get started, and start smiling because you're playing ukulele. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at this bar chord here. So this bar chord is derived from the F shape. Now the F shape, if you look at it, now if you were to play the F shape with your ring finger and your middle finger, now you're saying to yourself, why do I need to learn a bar chord for this shape? Well, because if you can utilize this shape, you can also move around the neck with it and make it into a bunch of different chords. And it's a really pretty sounding chord, so that's why I want to show it to you here. So we start with our F shape. Now what we do is we take this and we slide it up 2 frets. And as we do that, the F now goes to F, F sharp, and then finally to G. Now, when we're playing here, we have our ring finger on the 4th fret on the G string, open C string, 3rd fret with the E string. We're going to take our index finger and we're going to bar the 2nd fret. So now when I play this, this is a G chord. If I were to move this up 1 fret, it's G sharp, A, and your favorite B flat. So again, just as I mentioned in day 3, you can move these chords around, and I think that's really going to help you to kind of open up the neck so that you're actually playing the entire uke. So back to this chord here. So we're going to focus most of our attention here on G today because G will pivot us into a bunch of other chords. Again, you want to make sure your index finger is very flat. You want to use the outside portion of it, that kind of little tougher side of your index finger. Your middle finger will go here on the E string on the 3rd fret, and you want that to be nice and upright. So you want a really good angle going straight up and down with your middle finger, and then the same thing with your ring finger here. You want these to be very upright. My thumb position, again, very important, and I'll give you guys an overhead view of this. You want your thumb right in the back of the middle of the neck, kind of pinching right behind the chord. You don't want to wrap your thumb over the top, and you don't want to go too low with it either because you'll lose your pressure. So it's all about really getting that good pressure on the neck so that when you play the chord, it sounds like this. Let's start off slow here with an exercise that's going to help you to really get this chord formed and start training your fingers to get into the shape, which, unless you've been just having fun playing bar chords on your own, you might not have played this before. So this is going to kind of work you through the process, help you build a little bit more confidence. And again, take your time with this. That's why we're doing very slow exercises. It's a process that you need to stick with to get this. So here is an exercise I like to do first, and we're just going to take the chord, fret it, and then release it. You don't even have to strum. We're just going to take and kind of do this. This is something you can do while you're watching TV, where you're just kind of relaxing. It's an exercise that'll just help your fretting hand really get acclimated with the shape. And the more you do that, the more confidence you're going to have. So here we go. We'll just play. I'll count us 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold it for a 4 count, and we'll release it for a 4 count. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Compress. 2, 3, 4. Release. 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 2, 3, 4. So as you're doing that, when you release your fingers from the fretboard, you don't need to release them out like this. You can just simply kind of take them off. If you feel like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to the neck. Well, what you do is you only release your fingers, maybe a centimeter off of the strings. So as you're doing that exercise, you know, really keep your eyes focused on your hand as well. That's going to help you keep that shape in place. Really try to find that control and precision, land the same way every time. As you practice, the more you can be in the repetition of, you know, doing the same thing every time, it's going to benefit you in the end. Let's move on to exercise number 2. Again, we're just going to hold the G chord here, making sure all of these notes are ringing first. So if you need to pause and just work on the first exercise, feel free to do that. If you're ready to move on, we're going to strum a little bit here. So the strumming pattern, I'm taking this from the strumming series. If you haven't checked out the strumming series, check it out. It's on the channel. I think you'll dig it. The strumming pattern we're going to use is a waltz pattern. So a waltz pattern is down, down, up, down, up. So you count that 1, 2, and 3, and. So down, down, up, down, up. So let me just demonstrate that strum, what it would actually sound like with a little bit of rhythm. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So we'll do that nice and slow. We're just going to focus on trying to make sure all of these notes ring. Every time, if you hear dead notes, make adjustments, adjust your fingers, and kind of evaluate your hand as you go. If you're hearing a dead sound, that's the time to kind of take a breather, take a little break, and then go back to it again and try to get all those notes to ring. So here we go with a strum. I'm going to count us in with a 3 count since we're doing a waltz here, and we'll just do this nice and slow, maybe 8 or 10 times through the strumming pattern. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Down, down, up, down, down. 3. Keep it going. Having fun with bar chords. Down, down, up, down, up. A few more times. Down, down, up, down. 2 more times. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. All right, I really want to tell you something cool about what we're doing right now. So as we're learning this major shape, you are also working on a minor shape. And you're asking yourself, how am I doing that? Well, I'll tell you. So if you're playing this shape here as a G chord, if you take your middle finger and remove it from the equation so that your ring finger is still on the G string here on top and you're still barring the 2nd fret, now you are playing B minor. So if you're still working on B minor and you're doing this exercise, you're also working with G and B minor. I thought that'd be a cool way to do a play along today, so we're just going to do G and B minor back and forth. So we'll strum G 2 times with the down, down, up pattern, so it'll be, and then release the middle finger. So let's do that together now, and I'll count us in. We'll go a little slower than that. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what was going to happen here. We start off with our G shape, and then you can just take your middle finger and release it 1 centimeter off of the strings. You don't have to go far with it. You can just kind of pick it up and put it right back down. Try to keep it upright as you do that. So we'll go nice and slow, and I'll count us through. Get loose, have a little fun here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Down, down, up, 2. To the B minor. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. G, G, B minor. Couple more times to the G, G, B minor. Back to G last time. Have fun with this. B minor. How are your fingers feeling? If you're feeling a little bit tired, take a break, pause the video. If if you're getting a little crampy in the hands, that is time to take a rest. Stretch your fingers out. Something I like to do as I'm playing is I like to kind of take my hands out in front of me, put my fingers together and get those stretched out. If you're feeling a little bit of tension in there, it's good to keep a nice loose feel as you practice. You don't want to be tense, and I know bar chords, everything about them screams compress and be tense, but actually if you kind of take a little bit more of a loose approach, let your fingers be looser as you do this, it'll be a little easier for you. So for our last trick, it's not really a trick, but we're filming this around Halloween, so I got trick or treats on the mind. We're going to do a chord progression, G to B minor, and then we're going to incorporate day one shape here. We're going to go to C with the major shape, and then finish on D, which is also a major shape. So the progression will go from G, we release the middle finger, now it's B minor, we slide up to the 3rd fret, there's our major shape, and then we're going to keep in the major shape here, and we're going to go up to the 5th fret for D. So if this is too much for you right now, feel free to sit this one out, or just kind of try to move those chords with me as we go and don't even worry about the strumming. So we'll do 2 times through the strumming pattern on each one of these chords, and we'll go through the whole progression until I get tired. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. G, B minor, to the C, C, D, back to G, B minor, C, D, to the G. This is our last time through. B minor, keep it going. C, D, I just needed to make it resolve. All right, I hope you guys are feeling a little more confident in your bar chords. This was a really fun chord for me to show you guys. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Are you struggling? Are you feeling good? Let me know. Make sure you're subscribed. Click that little alert bell so you know when the next video is coming. We've got a lot of cool stuff in the works for you. And if you see those little pictures of merchandise below these videos, check it out. It's all for you merchandise. You can show your love for the channel wherever you are. Are you in Zimbabwe? Are you in Australia? Let me know. Thanks so much. My name's Kevin. I hope to see you guys next time. And I almost forgot, go to allforuke.com. We've got free PDFs with worksheets and exercises that you can use with these videos. And I promise they will help you to progress even faster. I'll see you next time for day 5. Signing off.